Hello everyone, this is the Lord Gersh of Ire Academy and the Geek Overthinker. As I mentioned in a blog post earlier today, I'm going to be taking a look at a new strategy on deck construction. This being to try and tailor the strategy towards the cards that I have. Now this may seem inherently obvious, but if you take a look at the post that I have on the geekoverthinker.wordpress.com, shameless plug, you'll see kind of the direction I'm going, in that normally I would just start by looking at class-specific cards that I have to try and devise a strategy in building a deck. However, given the large number of cards I currently have in my collection, especially expert cards that are 4 mana and higher, what I'd like to do over the course of this video is create a brand new Shaman deck that's built as a long-term control deck, not a quick burn down deck, not something more in the middle. I'm going to try and say, let's build card advantage, let's build deck advantage, and use that to win, which is not the strategy that I've done with the Shaman in the first place. Why am I doing this? 3 reasons. Reason 1 is right here. I have a Shaman quest. Reason 2, my Shaman deck is terrible. Reason 3, I haven't tried this strategy with the Shaman before. Kind of feel like the Shaman is not necessarily, from its hero power and its base cards, geared towards a long-term card advantage strategy. So I feel like if I can do it here, I can do it anywhere. So, let's dive in. So, I'm going to start by deleting my old Shaman deck, and let's just get a new one started. Okay, so, we're aiming for control. We're aiming for cards that accomplish multiple goals at the same time. So, first, let's flip through sort of the impetus behind this deck, right? If I look at 1 mana cards, I've got a page and a half of just 1 mana experts. 2 mana experts, about the same. 3 mana experts, okay, about the same. 4. Again, the difference here, maybe I didn't say this quite right, the difference here is, look, all of these cards I have pairs of all of them, except for the 2 rare ones. 5 mana cards, again, pairs all the way through. 6 mana cards, a couple of pairs here, only 1 Frost Elemental. Look at 7 mana cards, 7 mana plus, got these 3. Alright, so, that's where I'm coming from. So let's dive in now on this whole thing. Start at the very beginning. Let's take a look at the Shaman cards that I have. Outside of the basic ones, Ancestral Healing, Totemic Might, the expert cards I have in the Shaman set are here. Earth Shock, got a pair of Forked Lightnings, 2 Stormed Forge Axes, Feral Spirit, a couple of Unbound Elementals, Doomhammer, Earth Elemental. Really good card. So let's think about this. If I'm looking for cards that can give me major card advantage, the thing that tops my list is Feral Spirit. Reason being, you literally get 2 for 1 out of this card, right? I have to say, I'm somewhat tempted to create a second one, and depending on the success of this deck, I might do that. Other cards that are really good for card advantage, as I've talked about previously on Ire Academy, weapons, especially weapons with high durability. So both Stormforged Axes and the Doomhammer are going to go in immediately. Now here's something that I immediately see. I put 4 cards in this deck. They all have Overload. Chance of me putting the Unbound Elemental in, pretty high. But I'm not going to do that yet. Let's think a little bit harder before we get there. Alright, what else do I have on this page? I got 2 Forked Lightnings, which is a potential, I play 1 card, I eliminate 2 of your cards. Can't ask for anything better than that. Earth Elemental, probably going to go in, but let's not throw it in yet. Let's reset this to be all sets and see what else we have. Now, Rockbiter Weapon is one that I'm somewhat tempted to throw in, partially because it can be a poor man's weapon. You can cast Rockbiter Weapon on yourself and attack. 1 mana, 3 attack. Can also turn a totem into a card capable of killing an enemy. You're spending a card to remove a card. It's the best trade you can plan for, right? A 1-to-1 trade. Let's see what else we have here. Flame Tongue Totem. Let's think about this guy for a minute. So this gives adjacent minions +2 attack. You can play it if you've got a couple of minions in play. Attack with it immediately. Attack with those minions and they're much deadlier. You know what would make that card more powerful is if I had more powerful minions on the board to begin with. Or, not more powerful minions, but if I had a larger number of minions on the board to begin with. So maybe, let's get out of here for just a moment and think about the neutral minions, which summon other minions when they're played. I'm talking about... Oh, geez, where is it? Murloc Tidehunter is the lowest level example, but we can do better than that. Let's go for... Well, another example is Razorfen Hunter, but I'm thinking... Can't remember how much mana it is, which is why I'm not going right to it. Let's throw in a couple of Silverhand Knights. Right? You throw a 4/4 and a 2/2 on the ground at the same time. Next turn, maybe you buff one of those and get them to attack. What other ones are like that? Let's filter for Battlecry. So let's see here. Acidic Swamp Ooze, let's hold on to that. Bloodsail Raider I'm going to pass on because the weapons that I have don't have a very high attack value. So the Murloc Tidehunter is 1. Dragonling Mechanic is 1. The Silverhand Knight. And I think that's... Oh, and Gelbin Mechatork. So maybe we should throw him in for now. We can always change this later. If we're going to have a strategy like this, it might also be worth thinking about cards that are similar to the Stormpike Commando that deal damage to something when they come into play, right? Because that can eliminate a card at the same time you play another card, which means Fire Elementals go into the deck. Mana Curve is currently looking a little bit on the rich side. Elven Archers might be something good to throw in. Maybe Ironforged Riflemen. If you have a lot of battle cries, we might want to consider Brewmasters in the future so we can bounce and replay. I think the Defender of Argus goes in very quickly, and I think that for similar reasons, let's also throw in the Dragonling Mechanic, head back to the neutral cards, and toss in Flame Tongue Totems and Bloodlust. Simply because this might allow us to get a couple of combos put together, right? And very rapidly win a game from that. So the direction that we're kind of going right now is we play some minions, maybe get bonus minions out of them. We play cards with battle cries that allow us to control the field, have things like Fire Elemental are part of our targeted removal. Use those to eliminate the enemy, buff up our own minions with things like Defender of Argus and Flame Tongue Totem, and then... But is that going too far? Is going into the Flame Tongue Totem, Defender of Argus, and Bloodlust getting away from the core spirit of this deck? I don't think so, since Shamans as a rule lack board clear, right? They don't have a Whirlwind, they don't have Hellfire, they don't have Arcane Explosion, cards like that. We are going to need to control our enemies' minions with our own. And since we don't have, big scary things like Ironbark Protectors that the Druid has, we're going to have to do it probably through sacrificing our own minions. Some targeted versions of that might be useful. Maybe we throw in the Rockbiter weapons. Hex is probably too good of a targeted removal to ignore. What does it look like if we do this? If we throw in the Hex and the Unbound Elementals, let's throw that guy in for fun, and then where are we at now? Should we throw in a Direwolf Alpha? Should we throw in a Knife Juggler? Let's continue. Let's keep thinking about this. So I'm a little worried right now that we basically don't have anything to play, any minions to play until the Unbound Elemental comes out. I feel like we need some kind of low-cost minion. Do we have anything back here? I don't want to throw in the Dust Devil. That's not what we're looking for in this deck. We have the Manatide Totem, but he can't really attack. Leper Gnome is a possibility. Goldshire Footman is a possibility. Elven Archer is a possibility. Just to have something initial on the table, right? What about Argent Squires? Because of the Divine Shield, it requires 2 actions to kill the Argent Squire, right? Maybe we throw in Argent Squires and Silver Moon Guardians? Where did those go? And of course, if we're doing a control deck, Spellbreakers are too good to ignore. We're lacking a little bit on 4-mana cards right now. Let's add them to the pile. 3 cards to go. We're going to have a large number of minions. Do we add things like Stormwind Champion? Stormwind Champion combined with, things like our Totemic Call could make things interesting, right? Instead of an 0-2 taunt Stoneclaw Totem, it's now a 1-3 taunt. That's a very different card. That's a Voidwalker. Do we add a Sunwalker? Do we take out anything that we have? How much do we have in here that has overload? One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7 cards to support the Unbound Elementals. I think that's fair. Dragonlink Mechanic, Defender of Argus. Not a lot with Taunt in here, which will help the Defender of Argus. I don't think we have enough major Battlecry well, How many cards with Battlecries do we have? We have these 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe we should put a couple of Brewmasters in. But I think if we do that, we're going to need to take the Rockbiter weapons out. Where are my Brewmasters? There we go. Ancient Brewmaster. A 5/4 minion for 4 really is a pretty good deal to begin with. Let's add him. I'm really worried about lower cost minions in this deck. I mean, we have nothing, basically, until we get a couple of Feral Spirits and an Unbound Elemental. We don't quite have the staying power that we do in a deck like a Paladin or a Druid where they can heal themselves, or a Warrior where they can armor up, or a Priest where they can heal themselves. This deck is basically banking on surviving until turn 3 or 4 to start bringing out Dragonling Mechanic, you know, or have the Unbound Elemental out with a couple of things to support it. And if that's the case, do we really want the Rockbiter weapon? Not sure. Should we pull in Razorfen Hunters? If we wanted both, we'd have to take something out. And I'm not sure what that would be. But it kind of makes sense to do that, right? I think so. Let's remove the Rockbiters. Put in the Razorfen Hunters. Not enough low-cost cards to justify a questing adventure. And I think we add the Knife Juggler last. I think that rounds out the deck. So what are we going to call this guy? So it looks like the mana curve is really focused around 3, 4, and 5, which is, I think, kind of what is the best I can do at this point. We're going to call it Swarm. Mark 1. Alright, let's take it into combat and see how it goes. There we go, that's the right hero power. So it's kind of light on some combos. Basically, we're counting on having a couple of minions in play and then dropping, you know, like a Flame Tongue Totem, or attacking a couple of times using a Brewmaster. It's a light combo deck. It's middle of the road in terms of mana curve. And of course, for my first test, I'm going to be fighting a Warlock deck, which is
for Doomhammer.
almost defined by its ability to generally be a rush deck. I'm going to keep the Forked Lightning and the Stormforge Axe. I'm definitely going to toss the Fire Elemental. Should I keep the Hex? Let's keep the Hex in case he does something like bring out a Felguard on turn 3. So this is one of those tactics rather than strategy, right? I'm probably going to get swarmed by Murlocs. That's what happens with a lot of Warlock decks. Same basic idea. Let's drop the coin, drop the axe, and kill that guy before he can hurt me.
Elements guide me. Job's done.
I'll be down to 1 mana next turn again. Oh well.
I hope you like my invention.
I greet you.
Should probably just kill her, right? Makes sense.
Elements guide me.
See, again, that weapon, I've eliminated 2 cards using only 1. Alright, well, I can't attack and kill that thing, and I certainly don't want to frog it, so we're gonna just summon a totem and sit tight. Interesting, if he doesn't kill the totem and he drops another minion, that's an invitation for Forked Lightning. That'll kill the Void Walker and hopefully whatever else he pulls out. See, this is why I kept the Hex. I feel so vindicated right now, watch this.
Sorry that happened.
His Pit Lord dealt 5 damage to him. And it was an epic card. I took it out with a couple of commons. Now, if I pull out the Flame Tongue Totem, attack with me against the Flesh-Eating Ghoul, and then attack with my Wrath of Air Totem against the Flesh-Eating Ghoul, that will kill him. Of course, I'll have a Bear Totem on the ground that he can take out, and I'll be done with my weapon, but Flesh-Eating Ghouls are very dangerous. Now, I have to do this in the right order, because otherwise I'll be buffing up that ghoul.
Job done.
Again, card advantage. That's what I'm going for. At this point, I have 21 cards in the deck, 1 on the table, 5 in my hand, so that's
The gates are open.
27 total. He's got 19 in his deck, 2 on the table, so 19 plus 6 is 25, so I'm ahead by a card. Now I have a very big problem to deal with, though. So I see 2 possible solutions. I pull out my Earth Elemental and I say, alright, you got a big minion with Taunt, I got a big minion with Taunt, let's dance. Or alternatively, I counter his 6/6 with what would effectively be an 8/6 plus the... Yeah, I like that idea better.
Behold my mighty invention.
Oh, I didn't realize it put it between there. And that's probably going to help him more than me. It healed me. Haha.
I wonder. Pandaria will be ours!
Flame Tongue Totem down would turn this into an 8/6 that instantly kills the Mogashan Warden. He still has to take this guy out, though.
What to do?
I mean, I could kill him by using the Doom Hammer, but I'd take a lot of damage doing that.
What to do?
I could play the Flame Tongue Totem and the Earth Elemental. Let's do that. So first take him out. Then let's play this guy right here.
Job done.
All right.
Who dares summon me?
Now what I would like to do this turn is kill the imp and the summoning portal, and then use forked lightning. I don't think I can do that, though. I, in fact, can't do that. I can kill the summoning portal with the Doom Hammer. Just hit it twice. And bring out a new totem. Well, it's... Oh, no, I can't bring out a new totem if I do that. It's a shame. I kind of want this guy to die right now. Oh well.
Elements guide me.
I don't want him to have that more.
Elements guide me.
Do I suicide this guy into the flame imp?
There is little time.
Think so.
Job done.
That's a problem. That's also a problem.
Elements guide me. Elements guide me.
I'm gonna kill at least one of the two imps. I gotta do it. Excellent!
Your soul shall suffer. The elements.
That's a little problematic.
I hope you like my invention.
Let's see, I can hex one of the Azure Drakes, kill the other one with the Fire Elemental and keep him on the board, then use the Doom Hammer to kill the Demolisher, and then he'll be left with just a Novice Engineer. I can then play a Razorfen Hunter and summon a Totem. Let's do that not in that order. I have to kill one first, and then...
Elements guide me. Elements guide me. Don't mess with Tusk. Job done.
Look at the card advantage now. Yeah, that'll die. That's okay. That's still okay. Let's bring out the second Fire Elemental.
Suck steel.
I'll leave the Brewmaster until next turn. Let's bring out the Knife Juggler and a Totem. Because that's a free point of damage. Ooh, and I even got the Stone Claw.
Pass me that arc light spanner.
So is he out of tricks now? That's kind of what I'm hoping for, right? He's got 8 cards left, 1 on the table, 2 in his hand. I swear that's his third in. So this is the power of the Brewmaster and of the Doomhammer. So
Elements guide me.
I'm gonna do that. Takes him off the board. Want to make sure I calculated this right.
I'll put it on your tab.
Your move, sir. Some indecisiveness. I actually have him if he can't play a minion with taunt or eliminate the fire elemental and the ancient brewmaster, which he can. I've got him.
Well played.
Another round?
I feel very good about that game. Not just in that it was a close game or a good game or anything like that, but in the sense that I never felt like I completely ran out of options. Alright, let's go one more and see if I can keep the momentum up. You know, the other thing about that game is I don't think the Warlock player made any really obvious mistakes. Not like, oh, he killed this unit, he killed this minion, and he should have killed this one.
Versus Anduin.
This will be a more interesting game.
For Doomhammer.
I'm going to toss the Razorfen Hunter because I have Feral Spirit. I'm also going to get rid of the Earth Elemental because it's a little expensive, I think. Well, that was worthless. Should have kept them.
Greetings, friend.
Carrots. I got nothing. Go for it. Well, that's marginally terrifying. I hope he got the coin. Alright, so we gotta remember, he's got either a Forked Lightning, a Bloodlust, a Feral Spirit, a coin, or a Fire Elemental. All of which is terrifying. Let's bring in a totem. Yeah, best totem ever. No, not really. Still nothing, huh? Well, let's provoke reaction. Man, I want another one of these cards so bad. My guess is he doesn't have my Feral Spirit, because if he did, he would have played it. If he has the Forked Lightning, he's going to play it now. Probably. That's what I would do. Oh, such a good card. I wish I had a golden version of it.
I thank you.
Another totem? weird. Normally I play opponents who, you know, have done something by now. He's got 8 cards in his hand, and another turn or two he's going to be discarding. This is a strange game. Just for giggles, if I bloodlust, all my minions are alive at the end of this turn, and I bloodlust. Oh, see, there's the forked lightning. I told you. All right, if I bloodlust, how much damage would I do? 2, 4, plus 3 times 4 is 14. So I'd bring him down to, well, 14. We know it would be more fun if I played a Dragonling mechanic this turn and then played the Bloodlust next turn, because I'm a jerk.
Just me and Mr. Bite.
And at least now we don't have to worry that he has a Fire Elemental in his hand. Thank you, Healing Totem. My wolves are very happy now. What is he doing? What is he waiting on? Is he just having a bad game? See, that's not a good sign. Alright, how much damage can I do to him this turn? 2, 4, 6, 8... plus 3 times 6. 3 times 6 is 18. 18 plus 6 is... I'm sorry, 18 plus 8 is 26. Well, that's just patently unfair.
Sorry that happened. Well played.
Not really, but I'll, you know, be nice. Exactly 26. I feel bad about that game. Let's do one more. Oh, interesting. I have the quest for if you play minions that are 2 or less, or if you play minions that are 5 or more. And apparently playing Feral Spirit for 2 Spirit Wolves that each cost 2 mana don't count.
Thrall!
No, not another Warlock! Ah!
Your soul shall be mine for Doomhammer.
I'm chucking everything in this hand. I'm probably gonna lose this game. Hey, at least I got my Feral Spirit again. Alright, ready for the first Murloc. All Warlock decks are Murloc decks until proven otherwise.
What you want?
Kinda surprised he burned the coin on that. Nothing I can do but summon a totem.
Done.
Yeah, that'll mildly inconvenience you. Feral Spirit time. What do we think, guys? Forked lightning and then polish off the bear with one of the wolves? He's got 2 cards on the board, I have 1 card on the board. I would be eliminating both of his cards using 1.5 of my cards. It's card advantage. mean, it doesn't feel very good, but I mean, what's the alternative, right? If I take out his grunt, he's gonna kill the other wolf next turn. Or yeah, let's do it. I hate chain overloading though, because it keeps me so far behind the mana curve. Perfectly okay with that. Let's pull a totem. Man, I needed that like last turn. Oh well. Can play this guy this coming turn. Or that one. Or that one. See, I don't like that play. He just spent a card to eliminate a non-card, to eliminate my hero power. That's not a good move. In my humble opinion. What do we think? Mechatork or Silverhand Knight? Mechatork.
Behold my mighty invention!
The Ennobler! Embolden... I can't pronounce that. Emboldener. It makes things more emboldened. Never mind. Actually, the way this currently is, I like... Oh. Alright, he's got no minions on the board.
The gates are open.
Well, now he does. I can't kill that thing. Huh. I mean, I could do 3 damage to it with the fire elemental.
What to do?
Here's a thought. The Emboldener will give a random minion +1/+1. But I have a lot more minions on the board than he does. The buff is more likely to go to me, and I can whittle him away next turn. So, let's bring out a Dragonling Mechanic and a Razorfen Hunter. As the position glitch takes hold. Woot! That Dragonling, totally more valuable this turn. Well, that sucks. Not really holding on to the card advantage now, am I? Alright, there's a solution to this, though. Where are we sitting on card advantage? I got 5 in hand, 2 on the table, and 19 in my deck. So 7 plus 19 is 26. He's got 16 in deck, 5 in hand, so... Really? Am I 5 cards ahead of him?
You're in trouble now.
Well, I guess that makes sense because he has to play cards like the Soulfire, which cause him to discard cards. Ooh, is there any way that I can put 3 points on the Dread Infernal? Without horrifically hurting myself? I don't think I can. Unless I Bloodlust. Which might be worth doing. Bloodlust, Forked Lightning, pull a totem. Yeah, let's do that. I get to hit him for 9. this in the right order. I will win next turn unless he eliminates one of my creatures. Minions. I keep calling them creatures because I'm still kind of in like a Magic the Gathering kind of mode. Fine.
Tazdingo! Yes!
Can't do it. Can't do it. Right? No, I'm 1 point of damage shy. Because I could silence him, attack, Stormforged Axe. That puts him at 1. Let's do something different then. I could silence him and then pull out the Defender of Argus. That would make it very difficult, and then, you know, kill him. Make it pretty difficult for him to take out my minions afterwards.
Your magic shall not save. My shield for Argus!
Or I could put him in range by directly attacking him. Well, that works too. Sweet! Alright, so there we have it. There's one last thing I want to look at, and that is how much of my higher cost neutral minions actually ended up in this deck. Expert, neutral, high cost minions. Because that was the entire purpose of building this deck, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of the 30. And then, you know, playing to the general strengths of the Shaman, Forked Lightning, Stormforged Axe, Fire Elemental, Bloodlust. I like this deck. This is a hell of a lot better than the deck I had before. So, I think my experiment is a success. I may be doing videos like this of deck construction and analysis in the future with other characters that I'm just don't have as good a deck for. Holy Spirit, Priest, Control for the Rogue, maybe the Mage as well. But for now, I think I'm going to call this here. So thank you all for watching. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please read and subscribe to the blog at geekoverthinker.wordpress.com. Tell all your friends, share, find me on Twitter at Lord Gersh. I think that's all of the shameless plugging I need to do. I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching.